cannot continue to kill God's children and don't think the wrath gonna fall down on your head. See, because that's what the word says, not what old Lincoln Delano Green says. See, that's what the word says. See, I didn't come up here to bring you peace. I come to bring you the sword of truth. See, because I'm tired of black mothers and black fathers and black brothers and sisters having to bury their brothers. And I'm tired of this system lying for doing what they do. See, I'm tired of every time we turn around, a black boy's rites of passage in this country got to be a bullet in his head or 50 years in prison. See, I'm tired of it. See, we done came through 500 years of slavery in this country, and we ain't never been respected. When are our black bodies gonna be respected and protected? See, that's what I want right there. See, that's what I want. See, because I got 2 sons, and I got a grandson. And see, every time I turn on the television, I got to see this nonsense. So my word today is to the Balch Springs Police Department and anybody else who thinks you can get away with this. You accept bribes and let the guilty go free. You cheat the innocent out of fair trials. The lies you tell are ropes by which sin and evil drag. See, this is what Isaiah says. And he said, those who keep doing this, you're going to burn in hell for this. See, we may not get justice down here, but there's a God that looks down on us and understands that you cannot keep on killing his children and think you can go home and watch TV. Darren Wilson. How many of them? Sandra Bland, Tamir Rice, Jordan Edwards, Trayvon Martin. All of these children deserved a life. They didn't deserve a grave marker before their parents did. And yet we're still here doing the same thing we had to do last year for Trayvon Martin. How many times, how long is it going to take? What is it going to take for America to finally see that the only way we're going to get this started, the only way we're going to stop this is to cut off white supremacy at the legs? See, I'm telling you this, that police officer, he shot that boy because he had the privilege, he had white privilege, to think that he could take a gun out of his trunk and shoot into a carload of boys. He thought that he had the white privilege to get away with what he thought he was going to get away with. But see, there's a God. And see, this is a day of reckoning. This is a day of reckoning because for the first time, what, in 41 years, 42 years, a police officer has been charged with murder. The last time we had something like this was with Santos Rodriguez, a 12-year-old Hispanic boy handcuffed in the back of a car and his brains blew out by a Dallas police officer. Oh. See, this is history being repeated again. But how long we gonna keep on letting this go? How long we gonna keep on letting this house let these police officers go? Same police officer that ran over Fred Bradford's body and then changed the camera is walking free. Fred Bradford is dead. His mother died just the other day. But she said this before she died: I'ma shake this tree till I shake justice down off of it. See, we're tired of it. We're tired of every time we turn around, they get to go home and our boys go to Golden Gate. Our boys go to Black and Clark. See, that is the problem. We have to have justice. And everybody says, put your faith in this DA. I don't put my faith in this DA. I put my faith in God. That's where I put it at. Because everything else has failed. Everything else has been washed away. But what won't wash away is the word of God that says he's going to protect his children and he's going to get those that do wrong to his anointing. See, when you get tired, when you really get tired and your third eye open and you see that we're being hunted down in the streets like prey, you start praying and you ask God to give you the strength one more day. And I hope that I never have to go to this courtroom and have to sit behind somebody who's going to judge and let a killer go of my son. And when we talk about Black Lives Matter, I'm going to say this: we got to start being concerned about us killing us. See, what's the subject we don't want to talk about? We quick to get on these cops when they kill our kids. But we better start dealing with these creatures that's killing our kids that look like us. We need to handle them just as bad as we handle these police officers. See, that's something that we don't want to talk about. So like I said, I bring a word today. You cannot continue to break down the families and keep on doing what you're doing, because God's wrath will come. It tell you right here. And last time I left with the protest sign. This time I'm coming back with the Bible. And this is what it says: And this truth gonna stand. It don't wash away. It don't wash away. This is real right here. So we better start understanding. We better get about that business of understanding and getting out and voting and sitting on these grand juries and getting these devils up out of these courtrooms. All power to the people. Let's move.
All power to the people.
All right. I'm going to ask that those who are following the program that we limit our comments and our passion to 2 minutes. 2 minutes, make sure that we have room for everyone who's on program. Next, we're going to ask Mr. Danielle Ayers from Venture West to please step up and join me at the podium. As we stay here together, unfortunately, Danielle can't speak right now. She had oral surgery on today, so she's in pain. But we're going to make sure that we clarify and share that Venture West is here. They're present and accounted for to stand right here with us on today to make sure that we begin to dismantle this system of injustice that brings about unfair policing right here in Dallas. We want to make sure that Venture West is known for a voice of correction, a voice of change, a voice of justice right here in Dallas and abroad. So Venture West is known for and here to declare that they want to dismantle the system of injustice, the system of poor policing, the system that causes oppression for those who are the least, the lost, the left out, and locked out, and make sure that we bring change right now for Jordan Edwards and those who are still remaining to live in the world today. So Venture West and your ears is here, Dr. Haynes is here, and we are standing knowing that God is still able to bring change. Thank you. As we move forward, I'm going to call Leilani Russell to the podium. Leilani Russell. Oh, and she's trying to eat. She's trying to eat, y'all. Chew fast, chew fast. All right.
I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all know anything, activism never sleeps or eats, so I was trying to get it in real fast. Excuse me. It's a candy apple, so it's kind of hard. I'm sorry, y'all. If they would have told me that I was gonna be next, then I would have been prepared. But I'm tall. I'm sorry, y'all. I know that I probably shouldn't joke in this time, but honestly, it's enough hurt. We've been hurting for too long. Some of you, this is your first time coming out. Some of you, this is your second time coming out. For others of us, this might be our 99th time coming out. We'll ask that you guys come in a little closer, please. We're family, don't be scared. Nobody will bite you. If they do, let me know, I'll handle it. No, but seriously, you guys, we have to be a little more friendly with each other. We have to hold each other a little tighter. We have to come in a little closer with each other. You have to know who's standing on side of you, because you never know. Tomorrow they may be gone. Tomorrow they may not be standing next to you. Tomorrow you might be out here speaking for them. So make sure that you know the person on side of you. Make sure that when you come out to things like this, that you engage with somebody, that you meet somebody new, because it's important, you guys. We don't know who it is. You know, we do not know who's next. I know right now there's been a lot of confusion and there's been a lot of things that's going on. We're trying to figure out if we're being in respects of the family of this young boy that was killed. The reason that I'm not saying his name is because I know they have asked that we do not keep just putting emphasis on him. They don't want him to be just another hashtag. They want to make sure that we bring justice and that we speak on this murderer, because that's the problem. When we get into these things, we want to put emphasis on the person. I had one of my friends say that we want to keep saying that he was a good child. We want to keep putting that stuff out. We do not have to prove that. We do not have to prove anything in any relevance to his life. Because one thing that we should know is that no one deserves to be murdered like that, regardless of anything.
You're right.
Especially with their back turned. It's not even a fair fight. Right. Shooting somebody from behind, it's not fair. That baby did not deserve to go. And we do not have to prove that he did not have to go. We know that he did not have to go. And we are going to bring justice and make sure that that murderer is taken down for murder and nothing less. Because that's what it was. Had it been me hurting one of you guys is what I would go down for, and that's what he needs to go down for. I'm here in respects of the urban specialist. And one thing that we do is we speak out against senseless violence. One thing that my sister Olinka said is that when we're talking about police brutality and we're bringing awareness to that, we also have to bring awareness to the things that happen in our own community. We have to bring forth when Lil John goes and shoot Lil Craig up the street. We have to say that that's not okay. We have to get past the fact that these things have been normalized. These things have come a part of our culture to where when I first heard about this baby being killed, I did not cry. I did not shed a single tear. I did not even budge. Not until I went to his vigil that I broke down and I beat myself up because I was like, how could you not cry at the fact that a child is gone? But it became so normal to me. That became so normal to where it was just like, man, he's just another kid. And that's so heartless. I have a friend whose son was killed last year. I was there. I heard the gunshots and did not move. We talk about warriors suffering from PTSD. We are suffering from PTSD. We are. These things become normal in our communities and we get to the point to where we say, there's not going to be justice. We're going to get out here, we're going to scream, we're going to feel good about ourselves, but nothing is going to happen. We really, although we're screaming and we're saying justice is going to come, in our minds we're thinking it's not going to happen. We have to get past that. We have to speak out against these things and not just in one aspect and say it's okay in another. Say we're not going to snitch on this end, but we're going to call out this officer on this end. Those two have to come together. We have to say that it is wrong on all aspects and we have to be able to stand for that. There are less killers out there than there are us that are not killing. We have to stop being afraid. We have to come together. We have to speak out against these things. There are organizations who speak out against these things. Next Generation Action Network is one of them. The Urban Specialist is another. It's so many different